Hi friends, welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So these are the lines and the fair value gap that we drew yesterday. And as you can see, Nifty took all the liquidity from that liquidity zone that we had marked, that is 24,4305 to the dot exact, and it has fallen further. Now let's just go and delete, as we always do, all the lines that we drew yesterday and start afresh. Starting with the monthly time frame. On a monthly time frame, I do not know what the bias of Nifty is. I have been putting not sure for the last few days. Why have I been doing that? For academic sake, this is a higher low that was created in August. This was essentially the base camp of all the buyers who had established this bias, and that has been invalidated. Now I do not have a bias because it has created a higher high and a lower low. That's not exactly what I want to see during an analysis. It just is uncertainty for me. Now, what is an important level to look out for? An important level is this low created all the way in April. Now that is the next base, the last base of buyers that is remaining to be taken. That is a long way down, 21,743. Now going over to the next smaller time frame, that's the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, the bias is bearish. Why is it bearish? Because this this high is lower than the previous high. As simple as that. That's it. It has created a lower high, therefore it is bearish. There has been fair value gaps and order blocks and a lot of stuff here. I do not want to mark up everything here because it's a weekly time frame, and at least for me it is not a tradable time frame. Going over to the daily time frame, this is a more interesting time frame. It is tradable intraday. This in this time frame, Nifty is bearish. What is the latest swing high that it has made? It is this swing high. It is lower than this swing high. So let's just mark where are the sellers. This is the place where the sellers are. Let me mark it in red. Let me mark it with a thinner line, and it is supposed to be in red. Too many shots of tequila. Yeah, so now if that is where the sellers are, where are the buy orders? The buy orders essentially are here on this small candle that you see. That is the candle of 15th April. Ideally, I should be marking the midpoint of the body of it. I will just do an approximation right here. And in green, there is another similar candle that's all the way down here. We do the same to that candle. So these are the two important supports all the way when Nifty comes down to 21,743, if it ever does. Tomorrow morning, if Iran and US come to a truce and decide that there is no war anymore and we are friends forever, then you will see a huge candle that breaks all-time high. perhaps, because the market always overreacts in either direction, and the amplitude of the overreaction reduces, and it comes to a middle ground. That's how the market reacts. Now, there is a fair value gap in here that we need to mark, that was already taken, already respected. The latest fair value gap is this one. Does this swing low come within this fair value gap? It's already taken. So this is the fair value gap that I am watching out for for tomorrow, but I do not expect it to test this fair value gap, even if it comes to this fair. So it's a nice scenario in which the bottom of this fair value gap can be tested, and that is somewhere around 24,300. But the high of this candle should not be tested, and that is 24,303.8. So it's just 3 points above, but I'm expecting a more bearish move tomorrow. Let me not be biased. Let's stick to the process. Now going to the 4-hour candle on the 4-hour time frame. Nifty is bearish. Why is it bearish? Because this high, and look at this high and this high, it has made a lower high, so it is bearish. Going over to the hourly candle, the most tradable candle. I trade on an hourly candle. This is a swing high, this is a swing high, that swing high was taken, and it came all the way down. So this high should have been protected. There is no swing high on the way down. Now, considering the overall bearish sentiment, there could be a swing high tomorrow. And where is that swing high? We look for where sellers could find liquidity. This is one area. It's a fair value gap. Is there anything else? There is one green candle here. The midpoint of that. Let me mark it with a dotted line showing it's just an intraday. So these are the two areas where so the idea is if the market opens here or here, my understanding is it may just sell off. We also have a flat top here. Flat tops are big sellers. That also may be the case. And Nifty, in my opinion, this is an undue bias, should travel all the way till here. I may also have positions in this case.